Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you this Pierlite Green Street. Now this is of course a light that I salvaged from a street light engineering company. Okay, now this was just sitting around, it was filthy, but I've cleaned it up and I've got it going. Now this is the Green Street made by Pierlite. In an earlier video I showed you an Adridge green light, okay, which I happen to have right there. Okay, they're both identical. Okay, there is a difference. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what that is. Okay, so this is the Green Street made by Pierlite. This is essentially the successor to that. Okay, so this light here, this fitting was made in the 1980s or the 60s. Okay, as with this one here was made in the 2010s. Okay, so this one here is a T5 batten. That one there is a T8/T12. Okay, so there is a difference there. Now this particular fitting is available in two lamp calibers. You have fluorescent and LED. Okay, so they're the calibers it's available in. Now with the LED one, it wasn't an LED tube, it was actually an LED module, so LED strips. Okay, so this was the fluorescent one. Okay, now I've got LED tubes in there, but it would have been fluorescent tubes. So it did have fluorescent tubes originally, but I got rid of them because I didn't want them. Okay, so I'll show you around the fitting. Okay, so here's the look of the fitting here. Okay, the diffuser on this one's only held on by 4 stainless steel clips, as where the green light down there, it has 4 stainless steel clips and 2 hinges. So this one doesn't have any middle clips or anything like that. It's only held on by 4. Okay, these two here are actually retained, so it's actually retained on this side of the batten, unlike that one where it's retained on that side. Okay, so there is a difference. So these two will actually unclip and the diffuser will open up. It's got the reflector assembly in there, of course. Now this part here is actually solid plastic. Okay, it's solid plastic. It's not transparent like that one there, so there is a difference there. Okay, so this part here. This is where all the terminals are housed, and it's actually attached to the diffuser, but you can actually take it off. This has an F2416, so it was installed in 2016 and removed, probably because they replaced it with an LED light. Okay, now the chassis of this is made of die cast. Okay, it's a strong die cast aluminium. Okay, I always thought it was plastic, but it's actually not. It's actually die cast. So this is plastic. Okay, and this is an acrylic diffuser. Okay, which is quite good. Interesting. This fitting here uses the D2 photocell, just like the Urbans and the B224s, etc. Okay, so that's what it uses, same photocell. There is actually another model of this which doesn't have a photocell, where this hole is not there. Okay, you can get that as well. It came in 2 configurations, with photocell and without. Okay, if I can get this back in there. There we go. Okay, so you can get it with or without a photocell. Okay. So in there you can see that we have the LED tubes, of course. They're neutral light T5 LED tubes. They're actually a lot better than the fluorescent ones, so I can tell you that. So I do believe that's what they'll do. They'll probably upgrade, just change the tubes to LEDs rather than replace the fittings, because that's actually a cheaper option. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so this is the fitting here. The clips on this are actually hard to get off. Okay, and I'll show you why. Okay, I'll turn it around. You can see you can hardly get your fingers in under there to grab them. Okay, but there is a way. You can simply stick a flat piece of metal under there and just lever it up, and then you can undo it. Okay, so we'll open this up and I'll show you what's inside. Not really easy doing it one-handed, but it works. Okay, and this one here, I can actually get my finger on it. See? Okay, so now we can turn the fitting around, and I can now open it up. Okay, so these 2 clips are not retained, but these 2 here are retained. So the diffuser will not fall off while you're trying to service it. Okay, if I can get this off of here. Okay, it just drops down like that. Okay, so there's our diffuser right there. We got these aluminium reflectors here. I might even take those off. Okay, that's what I've done with that. I took the ones out of that. I might even do the same with these. These just pop out and I can take them off because I don't really like those. I think they're not really necessary because it is kind of a waste of the light because it's kind of blocking the light. Okay, so here's the tubes right here. They're T5 LED tubes. Okay, we have the reflector assembly here. So here's our terminal block right here. Okay, we have our spigot bolts here, so you can screw it to the pole. We have the photocell receptacle right here. Okay, and this part here will actually open, and I can actually take this part out and show you the ballast. Okay, so I'll just see if I can do that, because apparently some of the wires are snagged. It's not very easy to do, really, especially when you're doing it one-handed. If I can get this up, there we go. Now I'll turn this around. Sorry about all the camera work, not really the best. Okay, so there's the ballast there. It's a velociless Schwab. Okay, it's an electronic ballast. Okay, the LED tubes are made to run on these electronic ballasts, of course, so there's no need to bypass it or anything like that. Yeah, the ballast does get warm, okay, but it doesn't get too warm. We've got our earthing wire here. We've got our mains wires going through into the ballast here. Okay, so we've got our live and of course our neutral in the middle. Okay, there doesn't appear to be, oh, there's the earth, but there doesn't appear to be an earth wire connected to the ballast. Okay, but it's got an earth wire connected here, so it is earthed. Okay, but this part here is plastic. Okay, it's all plastic, so yeah, only the ballast is earthed because it's metal. Okay, we've got our lamp holders. Okay, so that's the electronic ballast there. Okay, now I actually did, there was actually two of these things, and the other one was a bit damaged, so what I did was I took the ballast out of it, and I used that in one of the lights in the garage, because apparently there was a problem with that, with the ballast that was in there. I'll do a separate video of that. Okay, but this one's just the Pierlite greenstreet. Okay, so we'll put this back together now. To do that, you can see we've got this hook here that this needs to clip into. Okay, you just need to line it up like that. And then on this side of the fitting, we just need to push down until it clips in. Oh, on this side of the fitting, we have some information stickers right there. Okay, it's made by Pierlite, if you can read that upside down. The fitting was made on the 11th of the 7th, 6, 2016. So this fitting is technically 3 years old. And there's another sticker there, and of course it is IP24. Now there's no seal around here. Okay, there's no seal around there. So what I might do is I might even put a seal around there. I might even just put some sealant around there to help, so that way it has a seal. Because I don't like the way that's set up, really. Okay, so now we'll put this back together and we'll turn it on. Okay, so we'll put it back together, the diffuser just slides on like so. And then we do the clips up. Now doing them up's no problem. Okay, but it's just that undoing them is a problem, because I can't really get my fingers in there to do it up. Okay, so I'll turn this around. Now you can see they are hinged on here once again. You can actually take these off. You just undo these two screws. Okay, and you can take these off. Sorry about all the noise, but not really the best way to do it. There we go. Now we'll turn it back around. Okay, so we're going to turn this light on. Okay, I better take this out, because otherwise with this on, it'll cut it off. Okay, so here we go. There we go. Of course, being electronic, it's going to start off dim and then it will instantly turn to full brightness. Okay, so that's the tubes there. Okay, so look around. Puts out a decent amount of light. It's probably not as bright as the street LED, but it definitely works. Okay, but it's good. Okay. Yeah, this is the way they should be. These are the tubes they should have in them nowadays. None of this fluorescent rubbish of the old days. They really should have these. These are much better, okay, than the fluorescent junk. Okay, so I would recommend that they put these type of LED tubes in here, because they are designed to run on the electronic ballast, okay, and they're a lot more efficient than fluorescent, I can tell you that. The original 14 watt tubes, okay, the 2x14 watt, which it was originally, that was considered as energy efficient back in the day, but not anymore, because we have LED lights. So this is a 2x8 watt, which is even better. Okay, and the tubes will also last longer too, so you won't have to replace them for a long time. So this is the type of tubes you really should have in this type of fitting. Okay, and it's working absolutely beautifully. Okay, and they don't take time to warm up either. They come on instantly. As with those fluorescent ones, you've got to wait for them to warm up a bit. Okay, as with these things here, they warm up. They're instant on. They're instantly warmed up, so it's just no time delay. That's why they are better. Okay, I did show you the difference between the LED and the fluorescent in the video on the green light. Okay, and you can see that the LED was definitely a lot better. Okay, and I probably will do a video of comparing this to the street LED and the road LED just to see what the differences are. But this is the so this is the Pierlite Green Street. Yeah, I've actually been wanting one. Now I finally got one. Okay, so technically it's just the very similar to that, and I think this was actually the Pierlite was the first company to make these, and then some other companies started copying it, except with a few little different design. Okay, but the Pierlite Green Street is actually quite a good fitting. Okay, technically it's the great grandson of that thing. Okay, so I did do a video comparing of that and to that, but this is the real deal, the Green Street made by Pierlite. Okay, so this is technically just a fluorescent light that's been configured to LED, so it's actually a cheaper option. You can also buy this with the LED module as well, but this is the probably a cheaper option. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed. That's my video on the Pierlite Green Street. So I hope you enjoyed, and that'll be it.